Hello everyone, welcome back to Plant Boy. My name is Cade, and today we are going to be taking a look at some bright direct light houseplants that you can have in your home or on your patio. So these are plants that are going to really thrive in bright direct light. A lot of the tropical plants that we have don't prefer direct light as it may scorch the foliage. However, these are some of the plants that are kind of the exception to the rule. And let it be known that I don't have several of the plants that I'm going to be listing today. And we'll get into why that is. There will be time codes to each of the plants, and the plants that I do have will have care guides associated with them on my channel. So if you would like to watch them, if you are, if a particular plant catches your eye and you want to see how to care for it, check it out. Let's get into this. Just a side note here, everyone, I'm actually going on vacation here soon. I'm going to be away for a large part of June. So if I am not posting as regularly, I'm not going to be posting every day. So I'm going to take a small little break there, but I definitely appreciate the continued support. I'm going to be kind of filming a chunk of videos and releasing them slowly throughout the time that I'm gone. I'm going to try to find a nursery, much to my partner's dismay. I might drag him to a nursery and we're going to go visit and film, but we'll see. So the first plant that I'm going to talk about that can tolerate direct light are dracaenas. This is a corn plant. I also have a Durano dracaena, and there are many other different types and varieties and species of dracaenas and cultivars that you can purchase depending on what strikes your eye and strikes your interest. However, the large majority of them can tolerate direct light. They have quite sturdy foliage, and they actually will do pretty well in a direct light situation. Just make sure that you are giving them plenty of water and monitoring them in case you are giving them a little bit too much direct light. They are not really a succulent type plant, but they can definitely tolerate some direct light. The next plant that I do have are going to be snake plants. Snake plants are one of the greatest plants out there in my opinion because they tolerate such a wide array of light conditions. Snake plants can survive in low light conditions, and they can also survive in bright direct light conditions. Snake plants actually flower, and they would do so typically in a very bright indirect light scenario to a bright direct light scenario. So if you have a window that has a lot of direct light and you want to fill that space out with a plant, snake plant, great option. These are both snake plants here, or sansevierias. There are many different cultivars and variety. This is a Bantel sensation. I'm not totally positive what this is. I think this might be a moonlight, but I'm not totally positive on that. So the next few plants that I'm going to mention, I actually don't have on hand right now. The first one is going to be a Ponytail Palm. We can see that the Ponytail Palm has quite a bit of water storage at its base, and like many succulents that can tolerate high light conditions, that water storage is going to be ideal for drought tolerance and things like that. So if you are in an area where you are looking to place a plant where it's not going to get a lot of water, maybe outside, or if you are not going to water it very frequently and you have a lot of bright direct light, a Ponytail Palm is a great option, and it has a really interesting aesthetic appeal as well. I almost don't even want to talk about this next plant, but it's a croton. You have garden crotons, gold dust crotons, many others. I think a Picasso's paintbrush is a type of croton. It may be a dracaena though, I'm not totally positive on that. However, crotons actually change their color in bright direct light. So if you've ever seen a croton, it ranges anywhere from green foliage in a bright indirect light scenario to yellow foliage to orange foliage, and then it actually turns like a really deep, vibrant, like royal purple color. It's absolutely stunning. They're not hardy in my zone outdoors, and anytime that I try to grow a croton indoors, it is disastrous. I don't know why. They always get spider mites or mealybugs. I'm over crotons. but they are really, really pretty houseplants. You know, some people just don't have luck with certain plants, and I think crotons may be one of the plants that I don't have very good luck with. So try your hand at a croton. They do okay in bright indirect light. However, if you want to really bring out the beautiful orange toned foliage, or like in the gold dust, have it really yellow, then bright direct light is going to be a really great option for you. And the last plant that I'll talk about that tolerates bright direct light are going to be your succulents. Succulents actually prefer bright direct light over bright indirect light. If you see a succulent that is kind of stretched out and its foliage is kind of dispersed and it has a very long petiole or very long shaft, that is due to it being distended, which is what happens whenever the plant is searching for more direct sunlight. So succulents come from an arid environment where they get lots of bright direct light throughout the day. So if you live in a tropical zone or closer to the equator, succulents are a really good option, especially for outdoors, because they are going to be getting so much direct sunlight, which they really enjoy. And you can also be pretty lax on the watering, because succulents typically have quite a bit of water storage in their foliage. However, I'm talking about like echeverias or echeverias, however you want to pronounce it. In particular, whenever you get into things like senecios, which are considered succulent type plants, which would be like your string of pearls, or your string of bananas, or string of watermelons and things like that, they are going to prefer bright indirect light. They don't do that great in a lot of bright direct light. So do your research if you are having a particular plant in mind, for sure. But I hope that this video was helpful. If you have an area in your home, if you are fortunate enough to have an area in your home that receives bright direct light, these plants will do well for you, and I hope that you found it helpful. So I will see you all in the next video, I hope. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.